All right, welcome. We have spent a lot of time deep inside the mind of the wireless attacker, looking at all their tricks and evasion techniques. Today, we're flipping the script. We're going to look at the powerful toolkit defenders use to fight back against these sophisticated threats.
Now before we jump in, just a quick heads up on where we are. This is part 7 of our 10-part tutorial, and it's all based on the much more comprehensive report, Wireless Hacker Evasion Techniques and Countermeasures by Virtualization Options LLC. Everything we're talking about today comes straight from Chapter 7 of that report.
So we've seen hackers do everything from manipulating signal power to spoofing their MAC addresses just to stay hidden. It begs the question, right? How in the world do we turn the tables? How do security pros actually find and stop these threats in such a noisy, complex radio environment? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
Here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the overall strategy of fighting back. Then we'll dive into the specific tools for pinpointing an attacker and the huge role of the automated wireless guard. We'll also cover how to detect the undetectable and unmask devices. And finally, we'll see how this all quicks together to form your multi-layered defense strategy.
Okay, let's dive right in. Look, to counter a modern wireless hacker, you need more than just one fancy gadget. You need a whole strategy, a philosophy really, that's built to handle a huge range of different attacks. And this quote right here says it all. There is no magic bullet. The core idea is what we call defense in depth. It's all about building layers of security. So, if an attacker somehow gets past one layer, bam, they get caught by the next one. It's about watching everything, the physical space, the digital protocols, and the behavior of the devices.
So let's get to our first tool. This one helps us answer the most basic but most critical question when we think we're under attack. Where is this threat physically coming from?
Think of this as a super high-tech compass, but instead of pointing north, these advanced direction-finding systems use some really clever techniques to point security teams right to the hacker's transmitter. This is absolutely essential for stopping those threats that require the attacker to be physically nearby. Okay, next up is the tech that acts as your vigilant 24/7 automated guard for your wireless network. This is really your first line of digital defense. You know, these systems have a really fascinating dual personality. First, you have the WIDS, the detection system. That's your alarm. It sees something suspicious and screams, "Hey, we've got a problem." Then you have the WIPS, the prevention system. That's the muscle. It can actually step in and block the threat, like kicking a malicious device right off your network.
And this really gets to the core of what it does. WIDS and WIPS are fantastic at catching the known common attacks. They're looking for those classic telltale signs of trouble, things like a rogue access point pretending to be your network, or attacks that are trying to break the Wi-Fi protocol itself. It's basically a security guard that never sleeps and never even takes a coffee break. But let me ask you this. What if a hacker isn't using standard Wi-Fi at all? What if they've cooked up some custom signal that a WIDS would never even recognize? Let's look at the tool that finds the signals designed to be invisible. This technology works on a completely different principle. It's not looking for a specific type of attack. Instead, it builds a picture of what your normal radio environment looks like. It gets a baseline. Then it just watches for anything that deviates from that normal, any anomaly. It honestly doesn't care what language a signal is speaking. It just cares if that signal looks out of place.
And this is precisely why spectrum monitoring is such a critical safety net. It's designed to catch what we call the unknown unknowns, those custom attack tools and weird signals that are specifically built to be invisible to traditional systems like a WIDS. It's a total game changer.
All right, let's move on to one of the most fascinating techniques in the defender's entire toolkit. What if you could identify a specific physical device, even if it's constantly changing its name to try and hide from you?
This is like digital ballistics for radio signals. See, every single wireless transmitter has these tiny, microscopic imperfections left over from when it was made. These little flaws cause tiny, unique variations in the signal it sends out. RF fingerprinting is smart enough to analyze those variations and create a unique signature, a fingerprint, that traces a signal back to the one exact physical device that sent it.
And this comparison just makes it crystal clear. A MAC address, that's like a license plate on a car. It's just a label and you can change it pretty easily. An RF fingerprint, on the other hand, is like the car's VIN number. It's stamped into the hardware itself. It's inherent and nearly impossible to change. This is what lets you track devices that use MAC randomization to try and disappear. So the keyword here is persistence. Even if a device changes its MAC address 1,000 times, its underlying RF fingerprint stays the same. This gives security systems a stable, persistent identity for a physical device so you can track what it's actually doing over time. But, you know, it's not a silver bullet. This tech is really sensitive. In the real world, things like temperature changes can actually make the signal characteristics drift a bit, background radio noise can mess with the measurements, and signals bouncing off walls, what we call multipath, can distort the signature. So it's an incredibly powerful tool, but its reliability really depends on the environment.
Okay, so we've looked at 4 very different defensive technologies. Now, let's bring it all home and see how they form a single, robust defensive shield that is way more powerful than any one piece by itself.
This table lays out our layered strategy perfectly. Each piece of tech plays a totally unique and complementary role. You've got direction finding to counter hackers hiding their location. You've got WIDs and WIPs to handle all the common attacks. Spectrum monitoring is there to find the weird, custom threats. And RF fingerprinting defeats attackers trying to spoof their identity. See? Together, they create this really comprehensive defense.
And this quote from the source report just hammers home our central theme. A strong wireless defense isn't about finding that one perfect tool. It's about intelligently layering multiple complementary tools to build a security system that has no single point of failure.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought. We've seen today's defensive toolkit, but we know attackers are always evolving. So what's next? What role are things like AI and machine learning going to play in this constant arms race? Well, that's a topic we'll start to explore in the next part of our series. Thanks for watching.